Okay, so the next step in our template is to grab the skills from the skills matrix and flesh them out. I'm going to grab the events items, copy them, and paste them straight into the role description. So we can see here we've got the task, the description of the task, the skills they need to do it, the behaviors, and the measure of success. Now, because our example is events and marketing, I'll also grab the marketing chunk. Cool, so we've got a list of types of tasks and a description of what that task is. Let's go through and add in what skills are necessary to get that task done. So we've laid out a little bit more detail about the skills necessary to actually get this stuff done. For example, to do great marketing and press, you need to be good at writing and creative promotion. To do great audience management at events, you need to be able to wrangle people, potentially MC the occasional event and manage crowds of people. Down in marketing, we might want them to be really good at search engine optimization planning. We also might want them to have experience with Facebook and Instagram ads for the search engine marketing component. Now we've laid that out, let's look at the behaviors necessary to get this stuff done. They've got to be friendly to manage talent. They've got to be detail-oriented to book venues and manage a whole bunch of complexity. They'll have to be creative to do creative writing and promotion. They'll have to be easygoing to manage large groups of people. Notice how a theme is coming up here. There's a lot of creative skills, but then there's also a lot of detail-oriented behaviors for making sure stuff actually happens. Interesting. We've learned that this person needs to be really detail-oriented for the fine details, but they also have to be really easygoing and creative. Starting to get a picture of what they're like. Last step is to go, what does success look like for each of these items? So if we have speakers and talent at our events, we want them to be really happy. For both supplier and venue bookings, we want a comprehensive database. Interestingly, for creative marketing and press, the way to measure if it's worked or not is that we get lots of likes and shares and attention. Again, we're noticing a theme. The measure of success for whether the blogs and content marketing is working is lots of attention, likes and shares and views and that kind of thing. Really similar to the events thing of press for events. We want lots of likes and shares and views. You'll notice that some measures of success are really measurable. So for online marketing, we can just measure the numbers going up. Whereas for great events, it's all about how people feel at the end of the event. Either way, we've got measures of success for every single item. The next step is to put all of this stuff into a single document that makes sense to a reader. It's called a position description. I'm going to make a copy and call it Events and Marketing Position Description. We'll put in a short description. Notice how we can just reiterate some of the words that we found in the previous template. We've got a brief purpose, and now we get to pull out the skills from the previous document. Same deal with the behaviours. Notice how we've got quite a few repeats in the behaviours, so let's make it make sense to someone reading the document. So here I've kind of fleshed out the two kind of big areas of behaviour that we want to see in this candidate. So they're going to be easygoing and creative, but with a high attention to detail. They're also going to be really analytical for the online marketing, the measurable stuff, but then have a really kind of warm, friendly personality for all of our events. Let's look back at the success measures, and again, make it make sense for someone reading the document. So we can see here that we want lots of stuff about comprehensive databases and increases in views and conversions online, combined with happy people and lots of press coverage. It's looking like success is just the numbers go up and people are really happy. As you can see, we've kind of made a human readable measure of success for both the events and the online marketing in the role. So let's just look up an events and marketing salary range online. So from here we can see that average conversation is about 66K for employees with 5 to 10 years experience. So let's say a salary range and an expectation of the years of experience we want. Now we can write down some perks. Obviously we can put a bit more detail about the perks when we speak to the person, but at least we're outlining kind of what kind of company we are and what sort of perks we can see there. The last bit in this position description is instructions on how to apply. So as you can see here, I've said applicants should check out our product via our website so they get familiar with it, send us a CV with a cover letter to our email, and make sure to include a story about something they've done that they're really proud of. Now the last thing I would do for this position description is just go back through it, make sure there are no spelling mistakes, make sure it makes sense to somebody who's reading it for the first time, and maybe compare it to some other position descriptions that I can see on Seek or other like job websites out there.